You guys don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had this, to be honest with you. It turns out my uncle, for some reason, had a fedora. I didn't even know I had this. I'm going to have to start wearing this thing. I actually feel really good having this fedora on. I'm not going to lie. I understand now why people wear fedoras. Okay, anyhow. So, when we last left off, I had told the story of finding this woman, because she's 27, finding this woman in the mall and being enamored by her rather large butt cheeks, okay? Being ensnared by her posterior. I wouldn't even say all of that, honestly. I'm making it more out than what it really was. So anyhow, so in order to find the material, well, I say material, but I just needed to find an example of her butt to show you guys, the audience, I wasn't making that shit up. I had to find her on the internet, and I didn't really expect to find anything. I just was like, I'm gonna at least try, at least say that I tried. And because she had a very I would say, I wouldn't say peculiar, but very particular name, I guess you could say. It's a name I've never heard before. It was really easy to find her on Facebook. Not only that, but she had a public page for her internet personality or internet persona on Facebook as well, in which she linked her links to her Twitter, what else, her Instagram, I think her Snapchat, and to her Twitch.tv channel as well, my friends. And so while I was at work, I saw all this stuff and I was like, oh, cool. So I saw her on Instagram to see if I could find an example. I skimmed it and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw in her Instagram description there was her Snapchat name. So I was very curious about this, my friends. I was like, it's very interesting to me because she has this internet persona, right? Or this internet, she's trying to be internet personality, but she was totally devoid of that shit when I was talking to her. So she has a Twitch.tv channel. I'm like, bro, you couldn't even tell me why you like Division 3. So what do you even talk about on Twitch? So I was curious, okay? I'm gonna be honest, I was curious. So I added her on Snapchat to see if she posts any stories on Snapchat. And I was like, no, maybe she's more interesting on the internet, and maybe she's just that genuinely just introverted or just shy in person. Who knows? There's some people who are like that. Hell, you met me in person, you'll be all like, hey man, you're not like you are in your videos, and it'll be like, yeah, obviously. I don't even know why you expected that, you know what I mean? Anyhow, I don't even know what that voice was. Point is, so I added her. So I got home, and I went on Instagram to see if I once again could find an example, and I find that I had been blocked. Which is kind of weird because I didn't even interact with her on Instagram at all. So then I checked my Snapchat and I see that I was also blocked by her on Snapchat. And I thought that I was kind of really weird, mostly because of how I didn't do anything. And I honestly, and here's the thing, listen, I pretend to be an obtuse individual a lot in these different videos, but I understand social tact very well. I don't like social tact. I find it to be very annoying. I find a lot of people love to skirt around different conversational topics when honestly they can just be blunt and be real and be honest and just say how they feel. I don't like social tact, but I understand why it's a thing, and I even understand its necessity. I just don't like it. Which is why I purposefully ignore it, or I purposefully pretend I don't understand it, so I can get to the meat of the conversation. So, I understand how any situation could be awkward, because I'm an awkward son of a bitch. I understand how any situation could look offbeat or strange. I get that. But I feel, with my understanding of that, with this particular situation, of which she posted on her public page all of her different links of which to contact her, that me adding her on said link that she posted on her public profiles on several different places, including some of her YouTube video descriptions. I don't know, man. I don't feel like I was a little out of the ordinary, or I don't feel that I was wrong in this particular circumstance to add her on Snapchat. And considering the fact that I had no intentions on doing anything to the woman, I don't know, man. I really feel like I didn't do anything wrong. I'll be honest with you. Now, this isn't the first time that this has happened to me. Okay, I realize that sounds weird, but let me explain, okay? Just chill out. Just let me explain. Because I know what you guys are thinking. Because I can read your mind. I read minds, you know. I read minds, and in your mind you think, like, why do you even give a shit, sir? It's like, it's just one woman with a big ass. Like, who cares? Listen, here's the thing. Just hold on. Let me explain. See, because I was on Instagram again. Why does every story start with an Instagram? Anyhow, I was on Instagram, and one of my friends from college, she had become a photographer, and she took the photo of the one bitch who betrayed me in an old story I told. I believe the video was called "That One Time I Became a Misogynist." Now you understand why I'm wearing the fedora. And in that video, the one time I became a misogynist, I recounted the tale of when this girl, who was supposed to be my friend, betrayed me, told her boyfriend I was stalking her, told my friends I was stalking her, and 4 other girls, which even to this day, I don't even know who the fuck these mystery bitches are. I don't even know who these other women I was stalking was. Who they could have been, even to like mistake me, or I can't even. She turns me into a little white girl. I just can't even. And so I was just curious as to see like where her life has gone since she had betrayed me. So I went on to her Instagram, and I find, lo and behold, that I was blocked. I didn't even know she had an Instagram, which means in order for her to block me, she looked me up on Instagram. Well, to be fair, it's not hard to find me. I'm Zarius12345. It's not hard to find me on Instagram. But she looked me up on Instagram to block me as if like I was gonna do fuck all to her. Which is the same thing with the girl with the large posterior, with the huge hindquarters. I'm like, she looked me up on Instagram to block me as if I was gonna, I don't know, do anything to her, or like I even cared all that much. Which is really strange to me, because here's the thing, okay? This is why it's strange to me, okay? And now we get to some real review. This is why it was really strange to me, though. It's because it's not the first time in my life I've had an encounter. Like, I've met lots of women growing up, okay? And some of them have become my greatest of friends, and some of them my greatest of foes, okay? But in the middle, in between that, there are some of them that just love to just call me creepy. Now, this used to just confuse the hell out of me when I was a younger man, mostly because it was never the girls I was trying to date that thought I was creepy. The girls that I tried to date just regarded me as their friend. They loved me as their friend, as their pal, okay? As their brother. No, not like that. But they liked me as a friend more than anything else. And usually the girls that I could date in high school, sometimes it was just kind of like circumstantial. Like, you know, like she lived here and I lived there, and there's no way we could see each other. Stuff like that. But it was never any girl that I wanted to date ever regarded me as creepy. Maybe one of them, 2 of them, got upset with me. Okay, like they got upset with me from time to time. You know, I mean, you know, I did shit sometimes. Okay, I know, I fucked up sometimes, okay? But it was never, yeah, you're creepy. Yeah, there's something weird or something wrong with you. Hey, let me block you on social media. And it never happened. But it was always with girls that I didn't even want to fucking date. And that's what really gets me. That's what really, you know, I don't know, butters my biscuit. No, butters my biscuits is actually, it's a pretty good thing. Something that really, I don't know, pisses on my cornflakes, that's kind of messed up. I'm not gonna use that one. Something that just always kind of grinds my gears, I guess, that's from Family Guy. You know what I mean? What really gets me is the fact that, again, consistently, a lot of the times, the girls who are calling me creepy are women I don't even want to date. The girls I'm not even attracted to. The one girl from college was super skinny, and the one girl that I saw at the mall, she was just kind of too extreme, I guess you could say. Not my thing, you know, not me. And so here's the thing. Here's what I thought was interesting, because I remember, I'll never forget the day I had this epiphany when everything kind of made sense to me. I sat here and I thought critically about it one day. I'm sitting on the bus and we were going over the railroad tracks, and I'm like, you know, I get mixed reactions from these ladies. Some of them, I asked these girls, I say, what makes me creepy? And a lot of them were like, serious, I don't think you're creepy. They liked me. They were fun. They were friends of mine. Hell, interestingly enough, sometimes I would like slap the girls on their butt. If you're a young man, you probably shouldn't do this. You shouldn't follow my footsteps. But I did. I used to slap girls on the butt quite a few times, okay? And even then, like, the girls whose asses I would slap, they didn't even regard me as creepy as the girls I wasn't even fucking attracted to. So even then, like, those girls who had a reason to be like, oh, you're a pervert, like, leave me alone, like, never were all that bothered by the fact that they got their butt slapped by me, okay? So I'm adding in this supporting detail to show you guys, like, why this confused the fudge out of me when I was a younger person. And so I was sitting on the bus, and I'm thinking, you know, this is weird. Like, this, it's always these. I'm not even doing anything to these girls, man. So then I'm like, so what is the common trait between these ladies? And then it hit me like a semi truck. It hit me like a freight train. I'm like, all of those girls who call me creepy are hoes. It all made sense when I realized that all of those girls were promiscuous, as one would say in polite society. When it occurred to me that these girls definitely were getting lots of male attention, it then became pretty evident, or at least I realized, that a lot of the time these girls who I didn't even want, but I guess were wanted by lots of other people, or at least dealt with men on a regular basis, found my behavior towards them as creepy, because I wasn't a right dick to them. I treated them like they were human beings, and I tried to have conversations with them about their lives, and, you know, tried to be their friend. God forbid you try to become friends with a whore, I guess. I guess, I mean, I said that more for comedic effect, but as I think back to it, that kind of sounds a little rough. But seriously, now, I'm not saying that the girl with the big butt is a hoe. I don't know. And the girl from college clearly was not, at least, you know, maybe she kind of was, but that's neither here nor there today. The point that I'm bringing up is, here's the thing, because what the thing that's really critical here, that I began to realize, is not the fact that those girls were promiscuous, but it's the fact that they thought that I wanted them, and they didn't want me, and that's fine. And I think that that's totally okay. That doesn't bother me, considering the fact that I didn't want them. What bothers me is being considered creepy, or being blocked, or being considered like I'm going to do something wrong, just because you assume some shit that just ain't even true to begin with. And so I've been trying to think about it. Like, is there anything that I'm doing that's, like, indicating to these women that, like, I'm attracted to them, apart from, like, talking to them? Because, honestly, on the one hand, on a woman's point of view, I can get, especially the girl with the big ass, that, like, if guys are talking to you a lot, you know, they're probably trying to put their dicks inside of you. I get that from, like, as a woman, I get it. Because, honestly, a lot of the times, that's probably true. Guys are probably, if some guy's talking to you, he's probably trying to put his dick inside of you. I get it. But I do feel that sometimes you gotta learn to tell the differences between the guys who are just gonna talk to you like a normal human being, and the guys who are trying to put their dicks inside of you, okay? Because, which I find to be very important, is that I'm going to make another video, okay, right after this one, which is going to be a video response, that I'm really going to hammer in this point home, okay? So I'm going to make this video here to say that I've noticed this is happening a lot, where a lot of girls think that I want them when I really don't, or they think I'm creepy, or they think I'm going to, like, hurt them or stalk them, when in all actuality, actually no, the girl from college straight up lied, straight up bullshit. If she did think I was stalking her, it's totally her delusion that she made up. But the other girl from the mall is a little bit more reasonable. I do get that maybe she, like, got scared that I was gonna, I guess, I don't know, like, demand to see her naked or some shit. I don't really, or stalk her, or, like, hunt her down or anything like that. I have no intentions to do any of that. I don't really even like her all that much to begin with, so I'm not gonna do any of that. But if she was like, hey, he found me on Snapchat, I get it on the one hand. Immediately she's like, oh no, this guy from the mall who's all awkward and creepy, fuck it. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, bro, but you posted this shit on your public Facebook page, or your public YouTube page, or your public Instagram page. Maybe you probably shouldn't do that if you don't want people to add you. I'm just saying, you know. But I get her. But all the other girls, even still, even with my understanding of that, I still think, like, again, I didn't do anything wrong. So to get blocked for, you know, doing what you asked for, which is adding you on these social media platforms, is a little off. But okay, I get it. All the other girls, on the other hand, though, where they assume that I'm attracted to them when I'm not, excuse me, I don't know if it's something that I'm doing, which I'll probably have to like reevaluate myself, or if it's just like the arrogance of young women a lot of these days, or some of them at the bit. I mean, to be more accurate, it's not all, but some of them, it's just getting to a point where it's just way too high, and they're just assuming the worst out of men, even when the intentions are not even there. They're just assuming that, just trying to talk to them is grounds for them being creepy, or there's something wrong with them. I do find it very interesting that, again, it's always the girls that I don't even want to date that consider me creepy, but the girls that I either become friends with or that like me, they love my behavior. You know what I mean? It is interesting to me that I keep noticing that. But whatever. So I wanted to make this video to just kind of, bring a conclusion to that, and to bring up the main overall point, which will lead into the next video that I'm going to be uploading. And that is the fact that a lot of women seem to not be able to judge men's intentions very well. I'm going to go into a lot of detail in that, again, in the next video. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that one. So with that being said, man, I still hope you guys got something out of today's video. You probably didn't, but if you did, man, go ahead and click the like button. And shoot, go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. As always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.